You are now watching The Lone Blown. Blown! If you're looking for one of the best places to buy codes online, look no further than atlaspokemart.com. You can use the code TheLoneBlown12 to save 12% off all of your instantly emailed codes. They got a lot of great codes on this website, such as Darkness Ablaze, Rebel Clash, so if you're looking for anything to complete any of your collections, head over here, and the codes are great priced as well. Thanks! Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? You're back here at The Lone Blown. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be covering over one of the decks that we saw perform well at the recent Hedster Season 2 Monday event. I believe this was the first event for the post-rotation formats. So we got to cover what's doing well. Decidueye surprisingly had such a run by one of the players who made top 8 there. So I took their list, made a couple changes to it for what I believe is the better. So be sure to check out Hedster TCG, check out their events. If you're looking for their Discord, let me know in the comments below. They run great events over there. If you're looking for this deck list, check out the description. There's all my social there. And remember to subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking for any of the cards to build this deck, go to atlaspokemart.com and use code TheLoneBlown12 to save off of your code purchase. So the way that this deck works is use Altered Creation GX, so you're doing extra damage with Decidueye and drawing extra prize cards. If you face against a matchup that you would just win by using Decidueye, you could just keep on going the Deep Forest camo route and blocking whatever your opponent's doing. So that's all cool there too. ADP also allows you to power things up with Ultimate Ray, so that's why the energy line is a little bit scattered. Now in the original list, they did run a Weakness Guard energy, I believe for the Scorch matchup, because there's not really many Fairy-type Pokemon, if any, in this current format. I don't necessarily think Scorch is the greatest deck post-rotation at this moment, nor do I think a single Weakness Guard energy is going to fully help against that matchup. If I end up being wrong, I will modify the deck as the format comes to grow. And one last thing, we won't be playing any games after this, so it's really just a deck profile today. That's because PTCGO hasn't rotated to team up on. Currently, it's Ultra Prism to Darkness Ablaze, so we have all the Pikarom, all the Electro Powers, Obstagoon, all of that goodness that normally wouldn't be played in our post-rotation format. So, apologize for any inconvenience, just trying to put out the best content available for you. So, like I said, like any ADP deck, Altered Creation, Ultimate Ray, you're golden. Rowlet, we play this one because it is a greens variant of the deck, so we don't necessarily need to play the new Bird Keeper Rowlet that has an ability. I do like this Rowlet better because we have Hide and Seek. This is the best Dartrix we have, just as a caution against any deck that might block our items. And then we have Decidueye, which is stopping V, VMAX, and GX Pokemon. So pretty simple Pokemon line. Like I said, it is a greens-based deck, so since we don't have any abilities in play, remember, if you have Decidueye in play, you cannot play greens. You can search your deck for any 2 trainer cards. So we got Energy Spinners to search out our energies. We have Evolution Incense to search out our Decidueyes or Rowlets. We have Pokegear to grab our supporters to make this deck more consistent. Quick Ball grabs our basics, which are Rowlet and ADP. We have Rare Candy to evolve into our Decidueye. We play only 3 because we have access to Green's Exploration. A couple copies of Switch because we could always nab them with Green's Exploration whenever we want. Tag Call allows us to grab ADP, and it also allows us to grab Cynthia Caitlin. We can grab Guzma, and Mallow Lana. Turffield Stadium is a pretty solid stadium here, not gonna lie, allowing us to grab out our Decidueyes and our Dartrix. Boss Order to bring up whatever we'd like. We have Cynthia and Caitlin to get back our supporter cards and draw some cards. Green's Exploration, we've gone over. Guzma and Hala. Pitch 2 cards, we can grab a Stadium, which is Turffield. We can grab a Special Energy, which is Aurora Energy. We can grab a Pokemon Tool card, which would be Big Charm. We have Mallow Lana, which gets us, we could search it out with Tag Call, which allows us to get kind of a supporter-based retreat. So we could search that out. We could also heal damage with it. A couple copies of Marnie. Not too sure how I feel about this one because our deck doesn't need that much disruption, in my opinion, but Marnie seems okay enough. We don't really have that many supporter options since we just started through the post-rotation format. Rosa seems like a strong enough choice. If one of our Pokemon gets knocked out, we could grab a bunch of different cool things. Big Charm is to protect ourselves against things such as Eternatus VMAX and other things that can knock out ADP. I mean, I don't know how many situations it's going to help out in Decidueye, but if there's a single prize card Pokemon that brings it from a 1-shot to a 2-shot or a 2-shot to a 3-shot, do keep those opportunities open. We have Aurora Energy because it works for both Decidueye and for ADP, and we have Grass Energies for Decidueye and Metal and Water Energies for ADP. Overall, I think this is a really interesting deck, especially early on in the post-rotation format. So be sure to give it a whirl on PTCGO. Like I said, the deck's in the description. Wish I could play some games right now, but the ladder is completely ridiculous, filled with all these pre-rotation decks. For example, I played an Inteleon VMAX trying to film a video earlier last week, and I was hitting Pikarom decks, Spiritomb decks, other decks that just don't exist due to the rotation. So we will be covering any decks that are very important going forward with games once things rotate on Friday. And that is, depending on when you're watching it, the rotation happens Friday, August 28th. So we'll be sure to have a lot of great content after that date. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more great content, and remember to subscribe so you always get notified what's going on. Have yourself a great one, and we'll catch you next time. Use code TheLoneBlown to save when you're registering for Hyperlux events. It will save you on your registration, and there's some large prizes. Be sure to check it out. Really hope that you enjoyed watching that video. I totally enjoyed making it. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like the video, share the video with everyone that you know, and subscribe to the channel as well. Totally appreciate all the support. We got a lot of cool things happening on the channel, so stay tuned for more. Be sure to check out the social links in the description. Thanks, and have yourself a great one.